Now for a closer look at Russia's tech scene, I'm joined by Roger Entner from Boston. Roger is the founder and lead analyst at Recon Analytics. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rachelle.
So as we've seen there, lawmakers, the Democratic National Committee sending these security alerts, telling people to delete FaceApp. Now, FaceApp told TechCrunch that even though a lot of the research and development team is located in Russia, the user data isn't transferred. What's your take on the reaction to FaceApp? Is it overblown or is it a legitimate concern?
Well, I think it's a legitimate concern. Every time we're giving up something personal, something private, we have to think about the consequences, not only today, tomorrow, but years from today. And data travels really quickly. You know, what's stored today in the US can be transferred to anywhere in the world within seconds. And so where it is today is pretty much irrelevant.
And we've certainly seen that since the 2016 US elections, awareness is much more heightened about how our data is used and shared by companies and how we're being targeted in terms of services and information legitimately and illegitimately. So what are some of the most effective ways that users are targeted or influenced?
Well, a lot of the things that are happening is simply an amplification of the divisions in American society and playing into them. There are certainly a lot of legitimate grievances, and then you simply heighten and exaggerate them, often half-truths, if not straight lies, are introduced. Also, and with that, increasing the pressure and the heat level in the whole country and creating larger and larger divisions. And adversaries of the United States, or it's also happening in Europe, are benefiting from it.
And we did see that Robert Mueller's testimony to US lawmakers really did bring back the issue of Russian interference alleged allegations back in the headlines. Recap where things currently stand regarding those allegations regarding Russia and the elections and the technology used.
Well, what we learned from the Mueller report is that the interference in our electoral process and our opinion findings is ongoing and will probably be increased with the next election. I think that was the loud and clear message from today and from the report overall.
Now, how hard is it for then legitimate Russian tech firms and the tech industry there to grow, given this increased scrutiny and suspicion?
It's certainly difficult because there's always the suspicion that the Russian tech companies have to work together with state security. There is a Russian law that requires them to cooperate, and there are examples. For example, Kaspersky, that is an extremely successful Russian antivirus company, is being accused of cooperating with the FSB, the Russian Secret Service.
So a lot of people are wondering how advanced Russia's technology scene is. How would you compare it to, say, Silicon Valley in the US? How advanced are they?
I would say they're a fast follower. You have companies like Yandex, that is basically a Google clone. Very successful. You have VK Kontakte, which is a Facebook clone. And so, but as more and more young Russians are learning to code, we are seeing things like FaceApp, where new things come out. So there is a significant entrepreneurial and genius development group in Russia, especially around St. Petersburg.
And just quickly, if you had to grade how prepared the US is for the 2020 elections in terms of the precautions being taken, what grade would you give it?
I would still give it an F. I think for example, the terrorist attack in Christchurch, New Zealand, highlighted how unprepared a lot of companies are for, and how little vigilance there is for this kind of content and data.
All right, thank you so much for your insights. Roger Entner there, founder and lead analyst at Recon Analytics.